Oh, hello. Nice to see you again. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, hello, my name is Michael Rubenfeld, and I am a Polish Canadian Jewish man who moved from Canada to Poland. This is where I talk about my experience living in Poland as a Jew or just as a man of the world. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. I want to acknowledge that this is a crazy moment in history. We have been living next door to a war coming up to 2 years now, and there is now another war happening just a 3 hour flight away in Gaza. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a little bit of peace. With this in mind, I'd like to sing you a very short song. This is not necessarily my style, but I'm trying to reconcile this moment in time. It's been very intense for me as a Jew, and I've been thinking a lot about radical empathy and the importance of practicing radical empathy. With that in mind, I'm just going to sing this short song for you. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. That was a song of peace. It's normally sung to welcome Shabbat, the Sabbath, but in this moment in time, I am singing it to welcome you. I'm singing it to share with you, and as I am here to offer you peace, I hope you can offer me the same. With that in mind, I want to talk about Polish trauma. But more importantly, I want to talk about the side that I never got. I've been thinking a lot about it recently. I think because I've jumped kind of headfirst into this social media sphere as a public Jew, I've been getting a lot of energy my way. A lot of it has been really positive. Sometimes it's not so positive, and it's been illuminating. It's illuminating for me the Polish perspective in a way that was completely absent in how I was raised. As you probably know, I was raised to focus solely on Jewish law. Recently, I've been particularly surprised at the response that I've had to a short that I made. And in that short, I express I actually feel safer in Poland than I would in Canada or America right now. Countries that Jews left to after the war or before the war in order to find safety. However, these places right now are much more dangerous than Poland is, and I talked about how strangely ironic it is that I feel so safe as a Jew in Poland right now. And I got a lot of pushback from people asking me what is so ironic about Poland being safe for Jewish people. And it was fascinating because the Jewish people understood me quite clearly, because the reality is that Jewish people still think that Poland is not safe for them, which I now know is completely crazy. But I kid you not, before coming to Poland, I wasn't sure if it was going to be safe for me in Poland. And this is still very, very common. Jews constantly ask, is it going to be safe for me? Is it going to be safe for me? I know. But listen, don't blame the Jews. We're super traumatized. We're super duper traumatized, but we're not the only ones who are super duper traumatized. And I didn't really quite comprehend that. And I don't think anyone comprehends that. And I think that kind of sucks for Polish people. I hear you. I hear you, Polish people. I'm learning a lot more about the history of the Polish people and how kind of shitty it's been. Of course, there was the whole we don't get to be a country for many, many years, and then we finally get to be a country, and then the Germans come in and they take our country away. Not only do they take the country away, the Poles got kind of fucked, right? like during the war, the Allies weren't the Allies. They just sort of let Poland get invaded. They didn't really get involved. They just wanted to, do what they're doing in Ukraine, right? Like, not get too involved. We don't want another war. We don't want World War III, right? Well, that didn't work out so well in World War II. Anyways, I digress. The point is that first Poland was fucked by the Allies. And then the war finally ended when everyone was like, okay, we better stop Hitler. And they did, after everyone was murdered. And then, well, the Allies fucked the Poles again by saying, okay, we'll let Russia do basically whatever the hell they want. And then what happened? 45 years of communism. And then communism ended, and then Poland was in a state once again of rebuilding. And Poland never got the opportunity to deal with its trauma from the war. No one seemed to give a shit about the 1.5 to 3 million non-Jewish Polish people that were murdered. Never mind the 3 million Polish Jewish people who were murdered. And no one really seems to care about how the non-Jewish Polish people feel. And it's kind of unfair, right? I get how a book like Neighbors comes out and it makes international news, and suddenly everyone's like, wow, the Polish people murdered the Jewish people. And that's all anybody's talking about. No one's talking about the fact that there are more non-Jewish Polish people listed as righteous among the nations in the Yad Vashem. No one's talking about the Polish people who were trying to save Jewish people. No one's talking about the Polish people who were murdered trying to save Jewish people. The only thing that people want to talk about on a global level are the Polish people that were murdering the Jewish people, but everyone's very, very happy to talk about how sad the Jewish people's plight was, how sad the Holocaust was. And it was. No one's arguing that. I mean, I know it was sad. I lost my entire family. But what about the Polish people? What about their stories? All I'm saying is, Polish people, I think that there should be more space for you. There should be more space in the world for you. It's unfair. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that that space hasn't been granted to you. And if I can offer anything, is a promise to just continue to try to practice radical empathy, which is something that I don't think you get enough of from people outside of Poland. So this song of peace that I started this video with is a way of offering you that in the hopes that somehow what I may be able to do can contribute just a little bit to helping you find some inner peace, just as I am trying to find inner peace. And the hope is that we might be able to find more peace together. And that's a big reason that I'm here in Poland, and I'm hoping that what I'm doing here on this channel can continue to offer that. And of course, I want to make you laugh too a little bit. Anyways, I love you. I hope you are not miserable. Bye-bye.